5 months ago, I had just 24 subscribers on YouTube and no clue how far this would go. Today, I'm sitting at over 25,000 subs, so here's everything I've learned about making money here on YouTube, building community, and some brutally honest truths about growing on YouTube so far. I've been monetized for about 4 months, and my channel at its core is a gaming channel where I just play old Call of Duty games and talk about random life topics in a pretty casual way. Today, I'll give you a full breakdown into my analytics, YouTube strategy, and some honest truths and things I'm thinking about, as well as what you can expect when you get to this point on YouTube. I want to level expectations with everyone in terms of money, opportunities, and more. I'm approaching my YouTube channel with a long-term view. I love the community and making this content, but I'm going to also be fully transparent. I'd be open to be doing YouTube full-time if the opportunity arose. So in order to do that, I'm also interested in how I can make money as well, as someone who did quit their full-time job and does rely on some portion of YouTube income, so we'll dive into that strategy as well. Don't get me wrong, I can definitely see financial opportunity, but in terms of making this your job, there's a long way to go. It's very slow even at my aggressive growth. This was inspired by a super and a live stream, which is not necessary, but always appreciated. So Polly Walnuts gave me $5 and said, can you make another analysis of gaming channel video? So first one was helpful for me to see where you're at now that you've grown so much. So thanks, Polly. Thanks again. And for this Why Learn Wednesday, we will be diving into that. So before we get started, leave a comment about a takeaway from your YouTube journey so we can all learn from each other's experiences and even mistakes together. So let's dive into it. I hope you stick around for the whole video. So before getting into this, let me start off with a little motivation. So as I mentioned last time I did an analytics thing, it was my first week on YouTube when I only had 24 subscribers. So let's watch a quick snippet of that. Show you that even for beginners on YouTube, you can notice some nice traction. Again, I've only been doing this for about a week. So it's Monday, August 19th, and my first video was Friday, August 9th. So it's been a little bit over a week now. First of all, I've went from 0 to 24 subscribers, so shout out to all 24 of you. That's amazing. So just watching that still gives me goosebumps that we're even in this situation today. That is just nuts to me. And I know a lot of people watching this want to start their own gaming channels or are early on in their journey. And 5 short months ago, this is where I was at. So everybody starts small, but there's one thing I'm certain of, and that's that many people watching this who stay consistent, they keep their content fresh and interesting, you'll get to this spot and beyond with even more subs. So once you get to this, what can you expect? Here we go. So I don't really like videos where you just wait until the end and the YouTuber drags it out and finally shows their earnings at the very end. So I'm just going to show you right in the beginning. So for my months on YouTube, which has been monetized for about 4 months, I have made a total of $3,121 a little bit before the end of January. And also, here is the monthly breakdown. So my first month monetized was about $450. Then in October, $484. And keep in mind, those two were the months that I was balancing YouTube with my 9-to-5 job. Then in November, $630. And then December was my best month, right? A couple good viral videos, over $1,000 that month. So I was very thrilled about that. And January is still building up. It's definitely a down month compared to December, but I still expect to come in maybe around $600 for that month. So there you have it. Now you know what I've made on YouTube so far. And if you want to leave now that I've told you that, that's fine. Have a nice day. But if not, we're really going to dive deep into some of this stuff in the video, how I got there, video analytics, good days, bad days, some patterns I've noticed, just so I can help those who are out there looking to start their YouTube, or if they're just interested in kind of what this is like. So a few thoughts of mine about this number. Number one, I'm thrilled about it. I mean, even having $1,000 month was just huge motivation for the fact that I can play video games I love and talk about cool topics, especially early on in my YouTube journey. This gives me confidence that I'm on the right track. So I'm really having fun with this, and earning on top of it makes it that much sweeter. So now let's get to thought number two. In the grand scheme of things, this is really not that much money if you're trying to live off of YouTube. And it's very unpredictable. I mean, you can go from $1,000 months to back to $500. That's totally in game. So this is not anything I can live full time on, at least in the United States, in the gaming niche. I mean, if you calculated what I was making per hour on YouTube, it might literally be like $3 an hour. So I'm not sure if this number is higher or lower than people would expect. But also a quick note too was I was not monetized during my first viral video spike. So what happened was a couple of my videos went viral, got a couple 100,000 views, but it takes a couple days to get the monetization process approved and become a YouTube partner. So that is probably a couple $1,000s of income that I did not get there. So that's something to keep in mind. This number could be a little bit higher. But this leads me to my brutal truth number one about YouTube in this space, and that's gaming as a niche has a very low RPM compared to others. So my RPM in my niche is about, let's say on average, $2.50 to $3 range, which is very low, even surprising, because I do talk a lot about finance, but YouTube does classify most of my videos as gaming videos, and that's why it's a little bit less than you'd expect. Some of my longer or really finance heavy videos got an RPM of 4 or above, like if the video's 30 minutes long, or if the video's it's really in financial topics. Some of them get lower than 2. So if I was a pure finance channel, I'd definitely be making a lot more than I am now, but I've just accepted that it's part of the community I love, and it's one of the reasons people trust me, is that I shared love for these video games, and I'm okay with accepting that. So now let's take a look at some of my highest earning videos. So my top 3 highest earning videos are $655 from how to go from minimum wage to 6 figures, $369 from my nostalgia video, $335 from living cheap, my living cheap video, $208 from the basics of investing for beginners and gamers. So my top 4 videos, and keep in mind for those top 2, I was not monetized for some of that viral spike, so those 2 could be a little bit higher. But as you can see, I do have a fair share of videos over $100, and that's amazing. If you can make a video and get paid $100 for it, that's incredible. So now let's talk about some of my best days and my worst days. So my best day was about $82, and my worst day was about $6. So this is extremely volatile, because you never know what days the algorithm's going to be generous to you. I'd say, though, on average, when I'm pretty active, I average between $25 to $35 per day when I'm making posts and when I'm being consistent. You can also see in my chart that when I was busy with the 9-to-5 job, lower video quality, definitely less posting, and this improved over time. So that was some of the lower period of my earnings. I also noticed a couple times when I stopped posting, that's when some of my views and earnings took off. So just highlights the importance that you need to keep going. So also, if you check Social Blade, you look at big creators who hardly post, like the Weekly Slap, for example, they don't get much viewership, and as a result, their channel's not gaining money when they're not posting. So you got to be posting. Now let's talk about consistency and growth. So Autopilot kind of engages as you get to this phase in YouTube. So I usually get per day about 100 to 200 subs, even on days when I don't upload. So this is a stark contrast from when I was messaging people just to get to my first 100 subs. So it's cool that views trickle in and subs automatically trickle in once you get a few videos into the algorithm. So if I get like 10,000 views, I consider that a good day. My best day, I got over 20,000 views, and it's on some of my recent worst days, it's about 3,000 or 4,000. So this is just mainly due to viral videos gaining on a daily basis, because most of my videos, the vast majority of the normal ones, kind of fizzle out after a week or so. I have had a couple of viral videos, so let's go over them. Minimum wage to 6 figures, and dating is important, really put my channel on the map. Nostalgia and accepting the end of your childhood, and being cheap, basics of investing, all those videos. Another just question answer series about dating that I did, got about 50K views as well. So I wish I could tell you exactly why these videos went viral compared to other ones. If I were to guess, I would say there's a wide appeal in stuff relating to finance and dating and nostalgia. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to talk to more chicks. Everybody is nostalgic. So we're all addicted to that, whether we admit it or not. But I will say it's very unpredictable. I've had some really high average view duration on videos that don't get picked up. I believe for my minimum wage to 6 figures video, my average view duration is 33%. Which is nothing to write home about, but at the same time, the more views you get, the lower it seems to go. So I can't even begin to guess the algorithm. It seems like a probability game, and some degree of randomness and luck exists, but it goes back to consistency. If you're consistently making high quality videos, you should be able to eventually have your break. But definitely lots of ups and downs, lots of highs and lows. But there's one thing I have noticed, and that's that after each period of virality where you have a video or two hit the algorithm, it's like your baseline of low views is higher. So as you can see, I had my initial couple viral videos, then I had a low baseline of viewership, but then I had a second wave in December, and now my baseline of viewership's a little high. Like even for my worst videos now, they still get 3,000 or above views. That's very good to see that each time you have viral videos, it gives you a little bit more of a loyal audience for future videos. So now let's talk about long tail videos versus aggressive growth videos. What I mean by this is some videos just hit the algorithm and explode aggressively. So this happened with my dating is important video. It blew up and got 20,000 and 30,000 views in one day, and then it kind of tapered off over time. Versus something like my investing video, it's never really had that super explosive moments, but it just consistently keeps getting slow viewership over time, and that's one that still generates me a couple of bucks every day. So got to focus on high quality evergreen videos as well, because that keeps your channel going with views daily, even on days that are down days. So now let's talk about something really important, and that's the click-through rate and average view duration. So if you're not getting views on YouTube, you need to take a look at these two statistics because they're definitely the most important on YouTube. Number one, do people click on my videos? And number two, do people actually watch and engage with them? Like, do they like it? Do they leave comments? Do they watch most of the video? So I'd say here are a couple of my stats. I average 5.1% click-through duration on all my videos. So that's okay. I think I have room for improvement there. Some of my better videos usually get between 5.5 to 6% click-through duration. If you have a really viral video, you can even push 7%. But if you have lower than 4%, especially 3 or 2%, that's a sign that maybe your video is just not attractive enough to the viewer on YouTube. So you got to work on a better thumbnail, title, or even picking a better topic. Next, with average view duration, this is again all over the place, but at the very core, people should be watching the majority of your video. The videos that I have that succeed usually start off with like a 50% average view duration, and then as YouTube pushes it more, it dips down into the mid 30s to low 40s. So if you're not good in those two statistics, that's something that you need to improve on. It's getting people's attention and then holding it. The title and thumbnail are crucial. It has to be interesting, and then more importantly, the actual video has to relate to it and be good. So here's the harsh reality also about taking breaks. It might not be a great thing to do. So like every time I've taken a break, which for my channel max, it's been about a week, it's been a clear decline in views and revenue, and then it's harder to get it started back up again. Now, it's healthy to take breaks once in a while and clear your mind just to make better videos, but just know you're going to take a hit in the short term, especially with this level of competition we have on YouTube now. So it's good if you're going to use it to make better videos in the future, but maybe the not so popular opinion I have is it will hurt your channel a little bit. Next, let's discuss the content types. So I've done all three now, and I think there's a lot of conversations around them, but they all do have different purposes. So number one, shorts, which is controversial. I see a lot of talk about how they actually help your channel, hurt your channel, they can grow whatever. I believe that especially if you're a newer YouTuber, they can grow and expose your audience just very early on. So I used shorts to get to 100 subs, but these subs have a little bit shorter attention spans. They might not click on your long-term videos because it's a different audience. So that's not super good either. They're also much less profitable, super low RPM. But you can use shorts to almost advertise or get views on your long form, and I think that's a valid use case. Now let's talk about live. And honestly, live has been maybe my favorite moment, some of my favorite moments on my YouTube journey so far, because it's a great way to engage with your community and get to know them on a personal level. And I love the live stream I did. I'm actually, as of recording this video, I've got another live stream tonight. Looking forward to it. Also, I did get some much appreciated donations during it, but you can't always count on that, counting on the generosity of people. So it can be profitable for you as well, and I do believe it strengthens your community, strengthens your audience, gets everyone closer together. But I don't think live is growing your audience. It's just a way to connect in a more personal way, which I love. And finally, the third type of content is long form. This is the best for our types of channels, for growing your channel, for growing a community, sharing your in-depth thoughts and who you are. This is the bread and butter of our channels, and it needs to be done right. So put the most effort into long form if you're in this area. So now let's talk about monetization on YouTube. So this is ads, supers, membership, that kind of thing. And one thing I'll say is I've not pursued full monetization of my YouTube channel. So far, I've only done ad revenue and donations, really, for many reasons. So first, I'm going to break down both in and outside of YouTube. Then I'll share why I don't pursue full monetization at the moment. So first of all, obviously ad revenue. It's my biggest revenue source. It's very hands-off. Generated thousands here. Paid out by the big guys, by Google and companies running ads. So I love this way of making money. Second is super. So very thankful for the generosity of those who have donated to me. It's not necessary, but always appreciated. And it's not something you can count on just because that's very unpredictable. But beautiful, unpredictable part of the equation as well. Happened mostly during my live stream. And what's kind of funny is as big as my channel is, I've gotten literally one super thanks in my normal comments. So shout out to this guy. But from what I've read, people don't really do those outside of live streams very much. Next, let's talk about channel memberships. So I have not done this yet. This is something that I'm considering in the future, just to open up more of a committed community with like a free tier, a paid tier, etc. My biggest critique to this is that whatever I promise to deliver, I want to promise. I don't want to be someone who promises something and then people pay for it and then it doesn't happen. So If people are a paying member of the channel, I really want to make sure it's valuable for them, whether it's monthly calls with me or just helping you, one-on-one with a problem personally. It's something I may do in the future if I think people are interested, but I think I do need to be careful with this. I still personally struggle to ask for things myself because my main goal is to help here. Next, let's talk about monetization outside of YouTube. So I've really only done one thing here, and that's buymeacoffee.com. I don't like pushing things on people, especially this early in my YouTube journey. So this is the first time I've ever mentioned it. I've never advertised it in a video outside of just putting it in my profile. And I've gotten a few much appreciated donations that way, which is just, saying thanks in a small way. And in terms of my emails, I am starting to get some offers for, deals or advertising people's products, making a video. And I've turned down all of them so far because for me, it really has to fit. Like I can't have my commentary videos one day and then another day I just bring up some random software people should buy or some random product that I don't even use. Some stuff is just off-brand that I've been getting. Like I had an offer to advertise trading software, but that just doesn't fit my channel brand because I'm more of a long-term investor and day-to-day trading is not really my thing. My theme is I do not chase quick money. I'm very careful about what I advertise since I want all of you to trust me. And that if I ever do advertise something on this channel, it's a product that I personally use or it's something I have full confidence in. And that day will probably come eventually, but not now. Remember, I'm playing the long game, and that's I think how we should do life as well, because I want to build this into something big and not ever be a sellout because your trust means everything to me. In terms of me personally launching products or services of some sort, I have not considered this yet. In the future, who knows? But as of now, no. I do, however, get a lot of people who want to talk to me and ask for my time. And due to this, I'm considering taking a page out of other creators' books and just offering a way for people to book a call with me. I do have a lot of areas of expertise in the professional world, job hunting, interviewing, the corporate world, succeeding in school and university, and computer science especially, even just generally getting started with investing. I do believe people could benefit a lot from a call with me, so that's another thing I'm considering. So next I want to discuss the dilemma of monetization versus trust of your community. So oftentimes asking for money can come off the wrong way. It's like you give away your position on the mini-map. It's like, oh, there he is. There's whylearn. Of course, he just wanted to make money the whole time. I'm not going to trust whylearn anymore. And I guess my main focus is to provide value and stay authentic, but I am open to other monetization paths in the future. So I hope everyone understands this as just a guy trying to make it. If I do decide to launch something, my goal would be for it to be so valuable to you guys that it'll benefit you, even if it comes at a cost of money. So no matter what happens, I have an open mind and I'm exploring, and I'm just a guy trying to make a living in the process. So hope you guys accept this. So next, let's talk about community growth, interaction, hate comments, and just being hungry on YouTube. So I hope it comes through in my videos and just by watching other videos that I love this community. I love interacting with everyone. I love watching COD commentaries that pop up in my feed, no matter how new your channel is. If you have a great video, I want to sit down and watch it. Now, the community's pretty big now. I can't watch everyone's, but I'll never forget the moments when I had less than 100 subs, and I want to continue to operate my channel with that same hunger because this community is everything. We're not numbers on a screen. We're literally people all around the world going through our own struggles and challenges. So when I upload a video, I try to respond to as many comments as I can, especially early on in the video, because community is everything, and without it, we're nothing. Also growing, you'll get your fair share of hate comments. I mean, apparently I'm an ignorant AI bot who fakes views and subscribers, so you just, you'll get that. You can't make everyone happy when you get a lot of viewers, and some hate's valid, but most of it is either people who just don't know what they're talking about, they're trolling, or just people nitpicking a tiny, mistake I made, or it's a tiny little thing I said. So hate's fine. Just try to ignore the toxic comments for your own mental clarity and focus on the positive. So here's another harsh reality about YouTube, and that's, do you want to treat it like a business or a hobby? So this is kind of one of the tougher things that I've learned about my YouTube journey so far, and it may sound bad at first, but stick with me here. Is I found that in many cases people care less about what you've done or even who you are, and they most so care about how what you've done can help that person moving forward. Like, don't get me wrong, many people, I believe, like a lot in our community, care a lot about each other. I'm one of those, and I do believe that. But there are maybe hundreds or thousands of people who they care more about the game I'm playing, or if the video actually helps them in their situation, and they won't watch it if it doesn't apply to them. And that's fine. That's just part of the game. But if you want to make money and that's your priority, you kind of have to treat it like a business. So that's a question you have to ask yourself. I'm doing it for both for fun, and I want to make money off of it. It's always been my dream to have a successful YouTube channel. I'm just being transparent. And casual videos are cool and fun to make, but they're also the easiest to make. And I found my best videos and the ones who make me money and grow my channel, they have a takeaway, they have a controversial opinion, or a lot of information that people will want to sit down and watch them. Another thing I've loved through this process is I feel like I've made some actual friends in the community, and we found something special here in this, this cold, dark world. And we're all here to help each other through life. So I'm always open to collabs in YouTube. I just want to make sure each one has a theme if I put it on my channel. I've kind of trended away from more casual videos, since ones that go more in depth are the ones advancing my channel. And I've also talked about, struggling with setting expectations as you grow. So, you get into the tens of thousands of subs, you get a lot of people asking for things, and you have to kind of manage who you give your time to. And like I said, I might provide a way to guarantee to get a hold of me to counteract this. But you definitely have to be more strategic as you grow, definitely. I'd say the second harsh reality is YouTube's not the easiest work at times. Like, there's a lot of effort that goes into these videos, like research, recording, editing. It's not a very high dollars per hour, even at my level. You do have to love it. You have to love the games. You have to love the topics. You have to love recording it. It's not easy, and if you're just doing this for the money, it may not be the right call, because there's not much money right now unless you're really big. So what are some of the top lessons I've learned and just strategy moving forward? I guess number one, you got to improve a little bit each day. Your thumbnails, your videos, if there's room for improvement, make it better. If people aren't clicking on your videos, you have a thumbnail problem. If people watch less than 20% of your videos, you got a video problem. That's why it's not getting pushed. So make a little bit of improvement every day. And then number two, you got to stay consistent. You got to keep taking these improvements and make better and better videos over time. And you never know which video is going to be the one that takes off. Number three, you have to accept the ups and downs of growth. You don't let the algorithm unpredictability get to you, and don't let bad streaks of views get to your head, because it is very unpredictable and up and down, and you just have to be along for the ride. So this last point is something I actually just recently watched a YouTube video on, and that's the importance of storytelling. So YouTube conducted a study and found that people engage with videos way more if you personally connected with them by telling a story. All of us have things that make us unique and contribute something differently to the community. And now's your time to tell your personal stories to connect with everyone. You want people to trust you and believe in you, because trust is everything. Your trust means everything to me. In the end, I do believe starting a YouTube is an amazing thing. Even if it gets crowded, you can future-proof yourself, give you another income stream that you'll have for the rest of your life. You can make connections with amazing people. You can find that purpose and that creative outlet again. And it's honestly been so amazing so far. It's given me so many things. It's made me a better communicator. It's made me, all these new friends throughout the world I didn't know I had. And it's been one of the best decisions I've made in my life. So I highly advocate you start your journey if you've been thinking about it. Lastly, I'd like to thank everyone for all the support on this channel, and I can't believe we've gotten this far. I plan on doing these update videos once in a while, so let me know what you think, what you'd like to see next, and about your YouTube experience thus far. So thanks everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.